Dave in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Hey, Dave, what's up?
Hi, Tom. Hey, I got this gut feeling, and I hope I'm going to be the first one that brings this up. But if Obama doesn't get the TPP pushed through and Hillary becomes president, I get this feeling that she is going to do a big turnaround, send that up to the Hill, and sign it.
Yeah. You know, there was a point in time, Dave, maybe, I don't know, a few months ago, maybe a little farther back than that, where I was starting to get, hysterical is the wrong word, but concerned about stuff like that. And I am getting more and more laid back about all of this. And the reason why is because it is increasingly obvious to me that the revolution that began, and frankly, I think it really began in the winter, the fall and winter of 2002, excuse me, when George W. Bush was talking about going to war in Iraq, and more people came into the streets around the world to protest that than any other thing in history. More people on the streets than any other time in history, including in the United States. We went from that to Occupy, to Black Lives Matter, to now the Sanders campaign. And, you know, whether Bernie, is the nominee or not, and whether he wins or not, or any of that stuff, we are full bore, in my opinion. We are full bore into the cresting of the revolution. We're riding the wave. It hasn't. Yeah, I think I said this a few minutes ago. It hasn't hit the beach yet, but the revolution is not going to be stopped. The American people are fed up, and you see this. And this is why Trump is doing so well among those people who think that they're Republicans, and I think it's why, and it's obviously why, if you went to, if you were a bunch of politicians, if you and I, Dave, were sitting around being the political geniuses of the Democratic Party, and we were saying we need a candidate, right? Like the Republicans did. They came up with a punch list, basically. We need a candidate who is young, who's attractive, who's a minority, who's bilingual, and who shares our worldview. Okay, and that's Marco Rubio. So, do you really think, Dave, that you and I would be sitting around saying, well, let's find a 74-year-old guy who's Jewish and calls himself a socialist, and we'll put him up, and we're going to change the world with this guy? No, we wouldn't do it. And that's, instead we would be looking for somebody, and like Barack Obama was, young, charismatic, great speaker, all those kind of things. And yet, nonetheless, Bernie is, 50-50 with Hillary in national polls, and Bernie beats all of the Republicans in national polls. And I think that's proof that it's not just about Bernie. Yes, he has impeccable integrity and a great reputation, and most of the people in the Senate like him, even if they haven't endorsed him. But I think it's about the ideas that he's putting forward. He's saying what the Occupy people were saying, what the Black Lives Matter people were saying, what the anti-war protesters were saying in 2003. I think the revolution is full bore on, and Bernie is a symptom of it. He may end up becoming a leader of it, and his campaign is certainly a piece of it. And we'll see if the Clinton campaign, decides to join that, becomes part of that. And I think that they're certainly moving in that direction. And it would be very wise of them to. But I just, if TPP passes, anything else passes, I'm increasingly less, it doesn't wake me up at night anymore, because this too shall pass. We are at one of those historic turning points. The Reagan Revolution is sputtering. It's dying out. And the part of the Democratic Party that bought into the Reagan Revolution and said, we're going to do free trade, and we're going to end welfare, and we're going to, or as we know it, and we're going to shrink the government and all these kind of, that part of the Democratic Party is fading as well. And fortunately, it's being replaced by new energy and new blood. This is a great time, Dave.
You're listening to Thom Hartmann. Visit ThomHartmann.com for audio and video archives.
So, chill out. I mean, we got to work. We got to do everything we possibly can, but let's not get hysterical. To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.